Feel rewarded. Rewarded today. Let's talk green. It's easy to see.
1 green point equals 1 rupee.
Luxury, wherever you go. With Club ITC, enjoy the show. Feel rewarded.
ಹಲೋ ಹಾಂ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಸ್ ಹಲೋ 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 ಚೆಕ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಹಲೋ 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 ಚೆಕ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಹಲೋ
ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ
ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಶುಭ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ. Good morning everyone. We welcome you to Vishweshwaraya Industrial and Technological Museum at Bengaluru for this grand event of National Science Seminar 2025. Please settle down and the event will begin in minutes. ಭಾರತ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಸಚಿವಾಲಯದ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ವಸ್ತು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಾಲಯಗಳ ಸಮಿತಿ ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವ ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಮತ್ತು ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ವಸ್ತು ಸಂಗ್ರಹಾಲಯ ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಿರುವ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿಚಾರಗೋಷ್ಠಿ 2025ಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. We are all here at National Science Seminar event held at VITM Bengaluru by National Council of Science Museums of Ministry of Culture, Government of India. A warm welcome to you all. You enjoyed the day today? All the student participants, did you enjoy the day? How was the written test? Easier than your regular exams? Yes, only few voices are here. So anyway, your written test is over and we are here at the inaugural event, and soon after this, your National Science Seminar begins. So warm welcome again to all of you. Please give a great grand applause for yourself coming to this national event. You're all here for a reason, right? I request all the chief guests, guests of honor, to be please coming on the stage and occupy their seats. I request Dr. Urbasi Sinha, Senior Professor, Quantum Information and Computing Lab, Raman Research Institute, Bengaluru, to please come on the stage, and I request the audience to please clap for her. I request Dr. P.C. Deshmukh, Convener, CAMOST, IIT Tirupati, and RV Chair, Professor, Center for Quantum Sciences and Technology, RV University, Bengaluru. And we have K. Saju Bhaskaran Sir, Director, Vishweshwaraya Industrial and Technological Museum. I need some more applause from that side. It's your event, you have to enjoy it. And I also welcome Jyoti Mehra Ma'am, Curator and National Coordinator for this event from VITM. So we have all the guests and dignitaries on the stage. I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, brilliant panel of jury who will be judging, it's not judging, who will be giving their inputs for all your seminars which will be held very soon, and the esteemed educators who have accompanied the grand and brilliant students, stellar students from across the nation, from all the states, 28 states and 8 union territories. And you'll be leading the development of India. So be proud for yourself and all the guests in the audience and all the media persons, photographers, videographers, sound and lighting team, everyone. I welcome you all. So, as I've already told, we are here for a great reason. It's not only National Science Seminar here. It's the International Year of Quantum Science and Technology, right? Observed by UN. 2025 is observed as International Year of Quantum Science and Technology. Why is it so? Most of you know. More than me, I know. Because the great panel is here who know much about quantum science, and now you have read so much about quantum science, so I need not give a lecture about it here. We'll all start this event with the inauguration. We'll start it with the lighting of lamps. I request all the dignitaries to light the lamp and inaugurate this event. I request one or two students who are in the front seat to please join them. Yes, thank you. Please. Yes, the one with dressed with the customary attires, cultural attires. Please, Deshmukh sir, light the lamp. I request all the dignitaries to come in front of the stage so that they'll get a good click of the pic. Deshmukh sir, please come for a pic. Thank you so much. Revolution in computing, communication, medicine through technology like computing and sensing is beginning. And through this revolutionary period of quantum age is beginning, about which you students are all speaking about today. It has its own potentials and challenges. So we all know quantum computing will increase the fastness of problem solving and many other things. And it also has challenges like heavy security risks and the cost and durability. So it will all be talked about the whole day. I thank all the guests for lighting the lamp and inaugurating this event. I now welcome the Director of VITM, Shri Sajju Bhaskaran sir, to please give the welcome address.
Good morning. Welcome you all to Vishwesvaraya Industrial and Technological Museum and to National Science Seminar 2025. Distinguished guests, respected teachers, my dear students, members of press, and all others present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the National Science Seminar on the topic Quantum Era Begins, Potential and Challenges. National Science Seminar is a flagship event of National Council of Science Museums, and it is organized for high school students all over the country every year. This seminar is organized by the council in coordination with state education departments till the state level. The main purpose of this seminar is to create interest among students in topics of contemporary interest. This year, as you know, is observed as the International Year of Quantum Science and Technology to commemorate 100 years of quantum science. And as you all know, quantum science is all set to revolutionize different fields of science and technology. Today, for the inaugural function of this National Science Seminar, we are fortunate to have eminent personalities with us. We have with us Dr. Urvashi Sinha, Senior Professor, Quantum Information Computing Lab, Raman Research Institute, Bengaluru. A pleasant welcome to you, ma'am. We have also with us Dr. P.V. Deshmukh, Convener, Center for Atomic, Molecular and Optical Sciences and Technology of IIT Madras, and R.V. Chair Professor, Center for Quantum Science and Technologies, R.V. University, Bangalore, as our guest. A pleasant welcome to you, sir. To judge the presentation of young students, we have an eminent jury. Let me welcome all of them to this function. Dr. Supreet Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics of IIT Delhi. Professor Tanushree Sahas Dasgupta, Director, S.N. Bose National Center for Basic Sciences, Kolkata. Professor Sumanta Borthakur, Assistant Professor, B. Barua College, Guwahati, and presently Head of Sciences, International School, Guwahati. Professor Sri Ganesh S. Prabhu, Senior Scientist, Department of Condensed Matter Physics and Material Science, TFR, Mumbai. And Professor Vidyadiraj, Professor and Dean, Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, Bengaluru. A pleasant welcome to all of you, sirs. And most importantly, today's program, we have got students from 28 states and 8 union territories of India. They are the winners of the state level science seminars of each state and union territory. We are very happy to have you at the museum. A pleasant welcome to you all. Hope all of you will have a great time in Bangalore, have great interactions with your peers and judges, and make good friends during a stay in Bangalore. Best wishes to all of you. Teachers, are the people who have encouraged the young students to take up such challenging tasks and who support in their endeavors. We have here with us teachers who have trained the students for this National Science Seminar. A pleasant welcome to all the gurus here. We could garner support from many like-minded organizations for organizing this science seminar. Apni Pathshala, CNR Rao Foundation, and National Center for Biological Sciences, Bengaluru, have joined hands with us to organize this seminar. A pleasant welcome to the representatives of all these organizations. Let me welcome the members of press who have come to cover this program. Many schools in Bengaluru have responded to our invitation and are here to witness this seminar. A pleasant welcome to all the students and teachers from different schools of Bangalore. Let me welcome my colleagues from other centers of National Council of Science Museum who has acted as coordinators, zonal coordinators, and organized seminars at different levels till the state level. We have with us Mr. Rakesh Tripathi, Education Officer, National Science Center, Delhi. Ms. Aditi Ghosh, Education Officer, Birla Industrial and Technological Museum, Kolkata. Mr. Premadar Das, Education Officer at National Science Center, Guwahati. Mr. Belave, Education Officer at Raman Science Center, Nagpur. And Mr. Bardhan, my colleague at Visheshwara Museum, the Education Officer. Let me also welcome all my colleagues of Visheshwara Museum who have worked hand in hand to make this event possible. A special mention to Ms. Jyoti Mehra, Curator and National Coordinator of NSS, who left no stone unturned to see that all the states and union territories are represented in this event. Because of her efforts and the support from the zonal coordinators and directors of our national centers, we are representation from all the 36 union states and union territories. She could also garner the support of many organizations to organize organizations for this seminar, and also to organize a visit to Indian Institute of Science tomorrow. She could also motivate the VITM team, especially the education department, in bringing out this souvenir on many other programs related to science, to the science seminar. A big cheers to her. Let me all welcome you once again. Best wishes to all the participants again. Thank you.
Thank you, Sajju Bhaskaran sir, for welcoming each and everyone. I welcome you for this grand event, for making it successful with all the participants from 28 states and 8 union territories. So now it's the time for a very remarkable speech by a remarkable guest. We have Dr. P.C. Deshmukh, who is a distinguished physicist whose research has significantly advanced the understanding of atomic and molecular systems. He serves as the convener of CAMOST, which is Center for Atomic, Molecular and Optical Sciences and Technologies at Indian Institute of Technology, Tirupati. And he is also RV Chairperson, Professor and Founder, Chief Mentor of Center of Quantum Sciences and Technologies, CQST, at RV University, Bengaluru. Being a PhD holder from Nagpur University, Dr. Deshmukh has conducted pioneering work in photoionization, attosecond time delays, and quantum mechanical processes that explore the interplay between light and matter. He has authored numerous research articles in leading international journals and also co-authored influential textbooks including Foundations of Classical Mechanics and Quantum Mechanics, Formalism, Methodologies, and Applications, both published by Cambridge University Press. Through his research, writings, and mentorship, Dr. Deshmukh continues to inspire new generation of scientists and strengthen India's leadership in quantum science and education. Sir, we are waiting for your few great words. Please, with a grand applause.
Namaskar, good morning, and thank you very much for a very generous introduction. I would say even embarrassing. And I'm embarrassed and nervous for some other reasons as well. This is the first time in my life that I'm wearing a badge on which VIP is written. So this is scary. But But it is absolutely electrifying to be in this vibrant atmosphere. Young scientists, not just of tomorrow, but even of today, I would say. I think there are brilliant minds over here. And I would like to begin by congratulating all the children who have come from far and distant places. I want to congratulate their mentors, their teachers, their parents, their families, because I think the support of all of them is very crucial for the progress that they are making. When we talk about the Vikasit Bharat, we are talking about the Bharat which will be made by you. Vikasit Bharat 2047 is a little more than 20 years from now, and most of you are perhaps in your teens somewhere, right? And 20 years from now you will be leaders in the academia. You will be the driving force. You will be heading research programs, academic programs, technology programs of this country. So we are really looking at the Vikasit Bharat right here in this hall. This is amazing, and that is a very electrifying moment for me. I would say, means it was mentioned that I have been talking to young students. Yes, I have always enjoyed it. It was also mentioned in the passing that I have inspired young people. But I must say that much more than that, I am inspired by all of you. Because I'm reminded of a remark which I read in a book. It was written by George Gamow. And in the preface, he writes that he envied the children who were studying those books because their exposure to science at such an early age is something that he had missed out. Not at the same level, means I'm sure he got, but not at the same level. And I think that is what we are seeing over here. And all of you really have a tremendous start. And I'm reminded of another picture which I used to post on the bookshelf which I had in my office. It showed a number of swimmers who were about to dive into a pool in a competition. And all of them were standing in a different way. One was standing like this, another like this, getting one with this somewhat bent. And the caption of the picture was, races are all often won even before the race begins, because how you position yourself to get into the water, often that becomes a critical point in winning a race. So I think all of you have made a tremendous start, and I really want to congratulate you once again. It's a great beginning, and I'm looking at a great future. I'm looking at Vikasit Bharat when I look at you. Quantum science, the theme of this meeting is that the quantum age begins, and it began 100 years ago. In fact, more than 100 years ago, in some sense. And this is not just a beginning that can be marked at a certain moment or a certain instant of time, but quantum mechanics developed over a few decades, I would say, beginning with Planck's work on the proposal to explain black body radiation. And everybody knows E equal to h nu, where h is named as the Planck's constant. Now, the E equal to h nu proposal from Planck was intended to do some curve fitting and account for the intensity distribution formula in the black body radiation. It worked. But When Planck proposed, he did not think that it really had any theoretical content, it had any physical basis. He was not quite convinced about the quantum of electromagnetic radiation. That meaning became a little more clear a few years later in the works in 1905 by Albert Einstein, when he explained the photoelectric effect. And that gave it further meaning to E equal to h nu, and there is a very famous philosopher, historian of science, Thomas Kuhn, and he in fact says that one cannot trace the origins of quantum mechanics to Planck, because Planck did not quite believe in his proposal. He in fact at one point said that, okay, it was an act of desperation, and he was hoping that he would be proven wrong. And he accepted the meaning in 1908, much after Einstein's work on the photoelectric effect. But more appropriately, E equal to h nu acquires its meaning through a much later work, which is the work of Satyendranath Bose, when he explained the statistical distribution in electromagnetic radiation. And we all recognize Bose as one of the greatest scientists, but we fail to put him on the same platform as Heisenberg, Schrödinger, Bohr, and Dirac. But Bose was the first person to understand that elementary particles are actually indistinguishable. And that was a revolutionary idea. In fact, Fermi-Dirac statistics also came later. So we have been arguing that H should actually be called as the PEB constant for Planck-Einstein-Bose constant, and not just as Planck's constant. And some of us have started using this terminology. In my book on quantum mechanics, for example, I do refer to it as the PEB constant, and in some of the other papers as well, which is a more appropriate term. You're very fortunate to be here for another reason, because at some level, quantum physics, the first revolution in quantum physics started 100 years ago, which is why we are celebrating the IYQ, the International Year of the Quantum. And very often, especially in the media, it is said that we are now in the middle of the second quantum revolution. And this second quantum revolution is driven by certain concepts which were founded 100 years ago, but they are being exploited in this century. So entanglement was studied in the last century, but it is now being exploited to develop quantum computers. And another reason I must congratulate you is to have Professor Urvashi Sinha over here, because she is one of the leading faces of Bharat in the era of the second quantum revolution. So she is easily one of the best faces of quantum physics. She is a global leader, and it is wonderful to have her at this meeting. And she is our representative in the second quantum revolution. But in the first quantum revolution, we had important contributions, which is, of course, C.V. Raman, because quantum mechanics, the works of Schrödinger, Heisenberg, and so on, those came in 1924, 1925, and thereabout. And within 2-3 years, Raman published his work in 1928. And that quickly, his experiments were one of the first ones to provide a direct evidence for quantum levels in molecules. So it was a great contribution and a very early ratification of the quantum theory. Then there were works of Meghnad Saha, which even preceded this. And this was based on what we can call as old quantum theory. So the Planck's hypothesis was already there, Einstein's work was already there, but Saha's equation in which the quantum appears was also one of the very early contributions to quantum physics. And then, of course, the work of S.N. Bose, which I already mentioned. So India certainly was very much present in the first quantum revolution, and Urvashi's presence over here is evidence that India is very much there in the second quantum revolution. So, I don't want to take much time, but I would like to ask one question. That okay, if you consider 3 points, A, B, and C, on the Earth, they are at the same latitude, 300 kilometers from each other, A to B to C, they are all at the same latitude. And a plane takes off at some point, and my question to you is, where will it be after an hour? Can you answer this? Is there anybody who can answer this? You are probably having difficulty in answering it because you don't know from which point the plane started, in which direction it is going, and how fast it is going, right? So you need position and momentum to predict where it will be from where it started, right? That position and that momentum is important, without which you cannot answer this question. Now, you would have solved many such problems, but in every problem it would be given that assume that it starts from here and assume that it is moving at a certain velocity. Now, if this assumption is not given to you, what are you going to do? You will have to carry out a measurement, right? Yes? And there is no way you can get a measurement done in which you will get accurate information about both the position and momentum, because measurement of one disturbs the other. Which means that you cannot really answer this question at all. Now, this is mind-boggling. And what it means that your thinking, which is based on this consideration that I can predict what will happen if I know the position and momentum, is not going to work, because there is no way I can get this information. You can certainly get this information to a great degree of approximation, to excellent approximation, which is why it works. Newton's laws do work successfully. So the theory is not absurd, because it is an excellent approximation to the real theory of nature. But a real theory of nature must be based on different principles, which is what quantum physics is. And I'm sure that you will enjoy learning it. Let me leave it to Professor Urvashi to talk about it. I shouldn't be talking much when an expert is here. So thank you all very much. Wish you all a brilliant career. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Deshmukh, for those wonderful words. Being a physics student, I really enjoyed this lecture, sir. Thank you so much. So now, as Mr. Deshmukh has already mentioned, we are here in the second era of quantum revolution, and Dr. Urvasi ma'am is already here with us. And I now request her to give a few words about quantum era and all those things which matters. Urvasi Sinha is a senior professor at RRI, Bengaluru, and a Canada Excellence Research Chair at University of Calgary, Canada, and is the co-founder of a deep tech quantum startup, Sceince Technologies. She heads the Quantum Information and Computing Lab at RRI and is an associate faculty member at both IQC and University as a Gates, Cambridge, and Nehru Convening Scholar, respectively. Her research focuses on quantum information processing, secure quantum communication, and a precision test of quantum mechanics using single and entangled photons. Professor Sinha has been associated with India's National Quantum Mission, NQM, since its inception, First, as a member of the core committee that authored the vision document and roadmap for the mission, and now as the leading PI for the technology group, working on a multi-node quantum repeater network for entanglement distribution-based quantum communication as a part of Quantum Communications Hub. She is the NQM nodal point at the Open Quantum Institute in Geneva, in addition to being an advisory board member for the same. For all her research, her work in the quantum physics and quantum mech, she has been awarded with numerous awards. Her recognitions are, for few examples, Homi Bhabha Fellowship in 2017, ICTP ICO Giuliano Dinardo Award in 2018, and she is recognized as one of the topmost scientists, topmost 100 scientists in Asia. It's a great pleasure. We are with the topmost scientist of Asia. She has received Simon's Emmy Noether Fellowship at the Perimeter Institute in 2020-23 and led the winning team of 2020 BRICS Future Skills Challenge in Quantum Technology. She has been honored ASSOCHAM Women in Cyber Award 2021, SIES Chandrasekharananda Saraswati National Eminence Award in 2023. She is a Distinguished International Associate Award. She has a Distinguished International Associate from the Royal Academy of Engineering UK, Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar, that is Yuva Shanti Swarup Bhadnakar Award from Indian government in 2024. She has Gates Cambridge Impact Prize in 2025, the Lakshmipat Singhani IIM Lucknow National Eminence Award in Science and Technology 2020. Urbasi, a young, enthusiastic mom, for her beautiful words.
Good morning, everyone. So, thank you, Professor Deshmukh, for saying everything I wanted to say. It is very interesting, when you are on the dais and you are asked to give an inaugural speech, but then, we don't have too many different things to talk about when we are talking about quantum mechanics, quantum information. But then, with due respect to the organizers, I will do a little bit of repetition of some of the ideas because I think it may help you in your presentations. And then maybe, I'll say a little bit extra about what I hope you are going to go away with, from here. And not just a competition, but something beyond that. So, of course, I am, addressing all the finalists, the teachers, and of course the distinguished guests who are here from various parts of the country. So I would say this is a celebration of young scientific minds, and you have earned your place here through curiosity, hard work, and the courage to ask questions. And I think this is something you should continue doing, irrespective of whether it is in the quantum space, because this is what science is about. Yeah. So now, of course, as was already mentioned, 2025 is very important for us in the quantum space because it is the International Year of Quantum. And this was something which was declared by UNESCO, right? So it has that honor. And so in that international year, we are doing many events. And in fact, we were having a discussion in the morning among the people who are above 40. In a little room we were discussing before we came here. This is something, I will take this opportunity to say a little bit about something you all could do to really bring up the Indian presence in the International Year of Quantum. So there is something called the World Quantum City Prize. Okay, and so this World Quantum City Prize is something which is going to be presented to a city which has been successful in coming up with ideas on quantum in public space. So you walk into a park and you suddenly see a fountain and some superposition idea comes through. Or you walk into a Bata store and there is some sort of a pop-up which tells you what is entanglement. This is the kind of thing we are looking for. We really need entries from India. I'm heading the Asian jury. At the moment we don't have much coming in from India, but it is this group of people I'm hopeful because you represent all the states and union territories. So please motivate yourselves as well as, slightly older people because they'll be able to get this done for you. But then you are the ones with the ideas. So I'm hopeful that, something can come out of this from India as well. So now, of course, we heard about the first quantum revolution, and it was a beautiful, journey that we went through with all the contributions that we have had from the first quantum revolution. But then one thing that perhaps is some worth noticing and, reminding ourselves of is that this has led to things which are there in this room. Whether it is, some kind of an LED light, whether it is phones, I'm sure some of you are looking at them, if you're allowed to. And grade 8 to 10, I don't even know. My daughter is in grade 10, by the way. And so today morning I told her, I'm going to see a room full of people who are similar aged, and so you should aspire to be like them, okay? And so this is what I left the house with. This is something that we need to realize that, our laptops, our cell phones, our light sources, these are all based on laws of quantum mechanics. So quantum is not a new subject, and more importantly, it is already around us in terms of technological ramifications. But now, as is rightly said, we have the second quantum revolution. It was, of course, we are competing with each other in embarrassing ourselves. And I think at the moment I stand the most embarrassed, not you anymore, because you have done your job as well in of course, telling me that, I'm representing India in the second quantum revolution along with many other young people, not so young people, and it is our responsibility to ensure that your generation actually takes this forward towards the technological ramification. So what is it that you can do, and what is not in this room, right? We don't have a quantum computer in this room, but the quantum computer is going to happen because it is going to actually why is it going to happen? This is a question you should ask yourselves. What is it that we can do now, which we couldn't do a few years back, which led to this revolution? We can do measurements much more precisely. You talked about measurements already, but this precision in measurements, precision in creating a state, manipulating a state and measuring it is what gives us the ability to have this computing which is going to be, superseding the classical in some applications. We are going to have a revolutionization in security. Our security is going to be based on laws of quantum mechanics, not currently what it is based on. Likewise, we will have sensing capabilities, imaging capabilities. We can have a helmet which can replace this huge MRI machine. Now, in this room, I hope not too many people have seen the MRI machine, but then the front row, maybe a few of you have witnessed it. So imagine that machine with that noise, which really gets to you more than the fact that maybe there is something wrong with you. It is that noise which really gets to you, and that whole atmosphere is really creepy. But now we can have a helmet sitting on you, which is based on a different kind of technology which will give us precision sensing. So this is what we are looking at in terms of what we can do going ahead. So now, of course, a few words on why Professor Deshmukh felt that I might be able to do something relevant in this domain. So what have we done? A little bit. We work with photons. So now, of course, you're all looking at these bright sources of light. You would say, you know what is a photon. Now, if you have reached this stage, you know a lot more about these things. Maybe you have revised more than what even we know at this point, okay? But then it is not trivial to actually bring this down to a single particle level. You can't just keep on dimming it and reach a state which you can use for quantum mechanics, okay? So this is what is called a single photon, or a pair of photons which share a correlation across continents. That is entanglement. So these are the kinds of sources we build in our lab, and we are the first lab in India to have actually built these things for quantum information processing. So now what are we doing with these photons? If you just build them and stare at them, you won't even see them. You can't see a single photon. So what do? They are absolutely fantastic messengers of communication, okay? And now here, I'm sure Tanushriti will agree with me, we are surrounded by a lot of noise in this era. There is a lot of signal, but there's also a lot of noise. So important that we keep the signal to noise high, okay? And for that, we need to develop a personality where you don't really worry about what people are telling, Just do your own work, do it honestly, and then that is what is going to outlive you, right? And so photons are like that. They don't have mass, they don't have charge, they don't really interact with each other. So they are beautiful to carry information from one place to another because they do their job really well. And so, there's a reason why we chose to work with photons, because we want to be like photons. And so what are we doing with photons? We are creating technology which can make security, which is unthinkable right now. We are also using them for new kinds of quantum computing, okay? And then we are using them for new kinds of quantum imaging, hoping that, what we are doing is going to give us something where we can predict the onset of a disease before some of the current classical. So this is the kind of thing we are looking at. One thing that Professor Deshmukh forgot to mention, because he of course said everything, but you forgot the National Quantum Mission. So now, I mean, why are we now excited about quantum is not also because, it's also because we have some resources to actually pursue the kind of things we want to do. And your work is going to ensure that this continues. This is just a mission where, the Indian government has actually given some resources to a large number of researchers, and now more will come in, where we can actually carry out the kind of things we need to do. Because remember that nothing can happen without some impetus and some support. And so that is what the National Quantum Mission gives us. And under that, we are working on something which you will not follow, really. It's a bit like science fiction. So we're working on something which will be the future quantum internet, okay? So we are going to replace communication with the quantum version, and we are going to have something which is going to be a different level of security from what we have now. This is the vision for the future for our technology group, and of course we're going to continue work beyond the mission, hopefully, okay? And so all the aspects are covered there. So now one thing that is important, because all said and done, you're all, some of you may be getting nervous by now as to what you're going to come and say. This is the usual thing, grade 8 to 10. It's not an exam, okay? You have crossed many hurdles before coming here, so just be confident. But then he already mentioned this, but there is no harm in repeating this important point as to why you matter to this quantum era. That is because, you are at the right age. We are going to fight it out, get resources, not get resources, scream for resources. We are going to do something. We are going to set some stage. But then the next revolutionary ideas will come from you. And by the time you reach my age, you will be leading those new things which we cannot even dream of today. Because that is what we need from this young group of people, the ideas for tomorrow. If everybody is doing what everybody else is doing, then there's nothing to do next. So you guys are going to give us the ideas for tomorrow. And the message that I want to tell you, which is also in your souvenir, which is going to be released after this, so you don't already have it, is that, and this is something that comes straight from my heart. So what are the qualities that you need to remember as you go forward? And I personally am much, devoted to these qualities. First of all, you have to have curiosity with discipline, okay? Ask hard questions, then hold your claims to rigorous standards. Don't back out. So be disciplined, be curious, but don't back out if somebody's saying something. Stick to your grounds and see whether your argument holds or not. But then comes the point, embrace humility. If you see that there is some other evidence which is better than you, step back, accept that, and improve yourself, okay? Don't get arrogant. That is a very important lesson here. Practice integrity. Now, credit every source, acknowledge uncertainty. If you're going to do these presentations, I don't know how you do it, but then hopefully you cite the sources from which you have been inspired, because these ideas did not come naturally from us here, right? Then, of course, show respect, okay? Don't start sort of some kind of animosity, So compete fiercely, but lift each other up, because science moves faster when we collaborate. This is very important, and we practice it here, right? And then, of course, remember the purpose of it all. So aim your talents where they help most, not where applause is loudest. Because, sometimes you can get carried away in thinking, if I do this, maybe this will be more noticed. But then that does not live in the long run. Go for what you think will be helpful to society, right? So there are many languages, states, and schools here that you're representing, all 36 states and union territories. Last time we spoke, one was missing. Now you've actually done 100 on 100 on that. So congratulations to Jyoti and everyone else who has done this. I think this is brilliant. So please remember that you've come here not only on your own, but because of your teachers, mentors, and parents. A supportive family is important, and I'm sure you kind of represent that. And so, I would leave you with this thought that, quantum mechanics is really a very deep subject. There are many things which seem counterintuitive, being at two places at once, being entangled. One thing happens here, something. So these things seem a little bit fictitious, but you guys have done your homework. You have done, you've understood more than just the buzzwords. So please stick to that. And as I say that, may your curiosity stay loud, your reasoning tight, but your characters should remain non-negotiable. Don't compromise on what you believe in just because it seems like that may help in getting to some steps. So don't please do that. And this is something that I always say in my talks when I end it also. The future is bright, and not just with photons, but the future is bright, the future is quantum. So thank you very much for your time. Yeah.
That was a mesmerizing speech, ma'am. Actually, her words, science moves faster when we collaborate. It means in a great extent. Actually, science and philosophy goes together. As she said, photons gives you life lessons. Be humble, stay what you are, just the work will speak. Not your attire, not the way how you move on, everything. So thanks for all those philosophical words, ma'am, along with science. We had two great speakers today who were too humble, inspiring, and yet they gave you the thoughts which will make you move forward with the scientific temper, developing scientific temper, humanity, and inquisitiveness, which is a duty of the citizen of India, which we all know. So now we are at the very important moment now. So we're all wondering, no, most of you might not be wondering, but few might be wondering why एक बिल्ली यहाँ पर क्यों घूम रहा है, right? ये बिल्ली क्यों घूम रहा है यहाँ पर? Most of you might be knowing the answers, right? Why? What is it? श्रोडिंजर को कैट कहाँ से मिला? Thought inspired. ऐसे ही thought inspire हुआ. Okay, so you have read so much about Schrodinger's cat, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, etc., etc. I need not give again explanation about all those things. तो ऐसा एक cat यहाँ पर घूम रहा है. ऐसा ही पूरे के पूरा जो नेशनल साइंस सेमिनार था आपका, उसका डिज़ाइन हुआ था. उसका पूरा एक सोवेनियर बनाया गया है. And there is a very special thing which is happening today. That's a website will be launched of NSS 2025, for which we have to congratulate VITM staff wholly. The whole VITM staff has worked hard for doing it. Website में क्या क्या है? आपको पता है NSS website में आप सभी लोगों का नाम है. Yes, first I'll tell about it. We are launching the souvenir. We are launching the website. And we are launching a very special thing, which is the comic profile book. So, इस वेबसाइट में क्या क्या है? पूरे के पूरा डिटेल्स है एनएसएस के बारे में, मतलब नेशनल साइंस सेमिनार जो हुआ है उसके बारे में है. स्टेट में और जो ब्लॉक्स में, डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में आपका जो भी कॉम्पिटिशन्स हुआ था उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा इन्फॉर्मेशन है. एंड ऑल द स्टेट विनर्स ऑफ एनएसएस 2025 आर हियर. सी, लुक एट इट. And the past NSS winners, National Science Seminar winners, which started long ago in 1980s, are all here, mentioned in this NSS website. It's a great going forward, right? आप सभी का नाम ना अभी छापा है, इंटरनेट में आपका हल्ला मच रहा है. So you have to do something for the nation building with scientific temper, right? It's your duty, it's your date thing. So this, look at this. This is a comic book, comic series, comic profile of NSS. इसमें ये बोल रहा है कि ये बच्चे क्या बोल सकते हैं. It's all, look at this. Your names are here.
So this is the surprise that we mentioned, that we are coming up with a comic book.
See, all your names are mentioned and आप क्या बोल सकते हो, आपका motivation क्या है, challenge क्या है, आपका ideas, processes कहाँ से आए. As ma'am mentioned, integrity and respect towards others. ये सब यहाँ पर है. कुछ दिन के बाद आप अगर देश का बड़े साइंटिस्ट होंगे तब बता सकते हैं कि एनएसएस में ऑलरेडी मेंशन था. मैं बहुत पहले जानती थी या जानता था कि मैं हो सकता था ये सब, है ना. So this is a surprise for yourself and a great beginning from VITM Bengaluru. So applause for the whole team of VITM Bengaluru and for yourself for making it up to the National Science Seminar 2025. I thank all the dignitaries for launching the website. I now request VITM colleagues to bring the souvenir so that it will be launched here at the event. A souvenir, it will be a memorable thing which speaks everything about National Science Seminar 2025 held here at Bengaluru. A great place with great cuisine, customs and vibrant weather and environment. I hope you're all enjoying Bengaluru, right? All of you outside Bengaluru, from outside Karnataka, you're enjoying it? Yes, this will be your memory of souvenir, which you all stayed here. You were all here in your 8th to 10th grade. You achieved so much. You have already achieved so much. As Urbasi ma'am said, coming till here is a great success. Be humble, do your best. You're all winners already. Thank you all the dignitaries. Thank you for launching the souvenir, launching the website and the comic series. So, आपका जो भी हार्ट बीट है दट ज़ोर से हो रहा है, मुझे पता है, जो भी स्टूडेंट्स है, टीचर्स का भी शायद हो रहा है, क्योंकि आपके स्टूडेंट यहाँ पर रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. तो why is it? You're already late for the event, right? अभी मैं ज़्यादा बात नहीं करूँगी. It's the time for vote of thanks for this inaugural event, and after this, we'll be very much ready for your seminars, right? So I request Srimati, we'll have one small roadblock, but it's a great thing. We'll have to present mementos and guest of honors for all the dignitaries on the dais. I request Saju Bhaskaran sir and Jyoti ma'am to please present the mementos and guest of honor for Dr. P.C. Deshmukh sir. Such a beautiful memento. Sorry, it's Urbasi ma'am being presented. The memento by Saju Bhaskaran sir, Director of VITM. I require some more sound. आप अगर यहाँ पर सेमिनार देंगे तो आपके कोलीग्स या फ्रेंड्स को ताली बजाना है ना, तो you have to practice it. Thank you sir. Now it's the turn of Jyoti ma'am to do the guest of honors to Shri P.C. Deshmukh sir. Ma'am, no, this is not the sound. आप यूथ हो यार, मेरे तरह बुड्ढे नहीं हो. You have to give most sound inside the hall. It should resound. Thank you all the dignitaries for receiving the guest of honor, and Jyoti ma'am and Saju sir for presenting the honor. I now request National Coordinator for NSS 2025 and Curator D of VITM, Srimati Jyoti Mehra ma'am, to do the vote of thanks.
Dear friends, before the vote of thanks, Dr. P.C. Deshmukh would like to address you for a minute.
Thank you very much, Jyoti. I will take just a minute. We should be thanking this event. But I would like to quote Richard Feynman, who said that nobody understands quantum mechanics. And I think all of you have read this remark. I came here to talk about it just to caution that you should not take it literally. Okay, there are a lot of people who understand quantum mechanics. Urvashi is here. And there are hundreds of people who have not only understood quantum physics very much, Feynman himself amongst those. What he really meant is that maybe nobody understands nature. But quantum mechanics makes use of very simple mathematics, very simple mathematical tools, which you are going to learn within a year or maybe maximum 2. It uses elementary calculus, elementary matrix algebra, and you can do a whole lot of quantum physics like what Urvashi is doing. So don't get disheartened by these remarks. They are to be understood in the right perspective. It is difficult to understand laws of nature. Why nature behaves the way she does is not something which everybody understands. But quantum mechanics is a theory which describes nature correctly, and that is something which everybody can understand, you will understand, and you will contribute to this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So with this, we have come towards the end of this inaugural program of this Gala National Science Seminar event, which is organized by National Council of Science Museums, Government of India. So at this outset, I would like to thank for giving me this opportunity to convey my heartfelt thanks to everyone who is present here today, the dignitaries on the stage, the jury members who have come from across India to, it's not again that the judging, but to review and to share their expertise with all of us for the improvement so the future gets brighter. And the participating students that have come, these are the fantastic winners from across India that have come here with 100% attendance. Believe us, we are proud to see you all here. And all the teachers, the mentors that have come along, and you are here as a parent, as a mentor, as a teacher, and we look forward to your support also over here. We are, so at this occasion, when we have all these fantastic gathering of the media partners, of the distinguished guests that are present over here, I am here to present the vote of thanks for this occasion, and this brings us to this, first and foremost, I would like to convey my thanks to our distinguished chief guest of the day, Dr. Urbasi Sinha from the Raman Research Institute, and our guest of honor, Dr. P.C. Deshmukh from IIT Tirupati and RV University. Madam and sir, your presence and insightful words have not only honored us, but also truly ignited the spark and curiosity in every young mind present here today. So thank you for setting the stage for the event. Thank you once again for taking out time out of your busy schedule and being with us. It matters a lot and adds a lot of value to this event. A special note of thanks to the stars of our show, our student winners from every state and every UT. Seeing you all on this national stage fills us with immense pride. I have to repeat it because it definitely matters. So you are the living proof of India's vibrant scientific talent, and we are so proud to have these diverse representations on this platform. So while we are welcoming the students, once again, I would like to convey my thanks to all the teachers, representatives that have come, and all the state education departments, state and UT education departments that have really facilitated for this whole event to be organized at different levels, starting from the block, district, and the state level. We are hearty thank you to all of you for this, making this day possible. So none of this would have been possible without your support. And with this, I also would like to welcome all our jury members that have come here to judge the presentations by all the 5 zones that are representing here from north, south, east, west, and northeast. So I welcome all the jury members for this event, and I would like to convey my thanks for their presence. And with this, I would have to make a special mention of the partnership with the like-minded organizations that have taken place for this day. We extend our sincere thanks to our sponsors, Apni Pathshala, an organization that believes that children learn best by exploring online resources on their own. Definitely, children, you have your own way. It's all that you need to really dig in the right resources, and you can do wonders. So, and apart from that, we have a generous contribution from Professor C.N.R. Rao himself on behalf of C.N.R. Rao Foundation, one of the India's most distinguished scientists, I hope you all know, and a founder of the Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research. We also have with us the judge from South, representing by Professor Vidyadiraj from the same institute, and Apart from that, I would like to convey my thanks from the National Center for Biological Sciences, which is a premier research institute in Bangalore dedicated to the frontier research in biological sciences. So the interdisciplinary aspect is something. It's not that quantum is all about physics. It has impact in every domain, and that's how NCBS could connect very well with these initiatives, and we are very, very thankful for their partnership on this event. So with this, I would like to once again thank all the sponsors for their belief in this mission and their generous sponsorship for the event. Now I would also like to convey my heartfelt thanks to our DG NCSM, because it's the NCSM's initiative, and once in 4 years, it's the venue comes to, this time it's VITM, sometimes it goes to Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta, and this time we happen to be the venue partners. So my hearty thanks to DG NCSM for having the confidence in us and making us as a venue partner for as a venue for this. And now I would also like to mention a special mention to our director, Shri Saju Bhaskaran, because it is that every proposal you take, you always get yes. So you have to be very responsible for what you propose. Anyhow, I say that puts us into a very responsible position, and I would like to convey my hearty thanks to you, sir, for making this event anything special you see. It's all the nod and the support and guidance from him. So thank you once again. So behind the scene, you would be feeling there's a momental effort that went into making this seamless. Our deepest thanks to the entire team VITM. I cannot mention one name. I was thinking of naming a few people, but then I saw, no, it's not possible, because each one of us made it happen. So I would convey my hearty thanks to each one of you for your hard work, dedication, and meticulous planning in setting the stage for the day, both literally and figuratively. And this is phenomenal team VITM. We are proud of you, I must mention in specific. So with this, I also would like to be thanking the media presence for the day. I hope that you will take the message of this nationwide event that we are convening today. You'll take it far and wide for the knowledge and inspiration of the general public as well. So I also would like to convey my thanks to IISc Science Department for graciously accepting our proposal for taking all these bright young minds to their facility tomorrow. So I must convey our thanks to them, Dr. Kalpana in specific, and for making it all happen. Thank you once again. And once again, I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to each one of you. And if I have forgotten any one name, kindly excuse. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes, I was expecting I missed out. So I would mention two things here. One is that the comic book that you had seen, it's the comic library group that had really created these beautiful profiles for all of you. I convey my heartfelt thanks to the comic library group for creating this fantastic memory for the children. And now today, and also Professor Kulkarni from the Karnataka Physics Group. He is here today, and we will have a demo after this event from him. The Planck constant that we all could hear, that all triggered this whole, the quantum, that buzz around. It was that Planck constant, how can you measure it theoretically and practically, that will be discussed after your session. So there are many more things to unfold. We want to keep some surprises still in place. Anyhow, with this, I would also like to convey our hearty thanks to all the schools that have come so early today to attend to this and make their presence felt here. So I, in specific, mention the Army Public School, Bangalore, the Government High School, JC Nagar, Government High School, Coxtown, Acharya Gurukula Vidya Kendra, Kendriya Vidyalaya IISc, and Chinmaya Vidyalaya for their fantastic presence over here. I hope that you'll take a leaf out of today's deliberations and whatever you heard for the inaugural address, that would have inspired you enough. So thank you very much, each and everyone, for your kind presence today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am, for that long, long, long vote of thanks, because there are many to thank. So this is the end of inaugural session of 42nd edition of National Science Seminar, which is held at VITM in 2025. So this is not just an event, it's a shared commitment towards scientific future, collaboration, celebration and support to the students' energy and enthusiasm towards scientific temper and learning. So I rest this here. All the students and all the dignitaries will have a tea and a bit of snacks after this program, and then your dhad dhad starts. Okay, all the best, all the students. Now on, Amrita Yadav will be your host for the whole show. So all the very best, do your best, don't worry about the results. All the best for the jury members, actually. You are here with a great cause. All the best and thank you.
Yeah, in a few minutes, we'll start the presentation. Students, please be seated.